Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say. Hi, I thought I would give you an update on the basement, as yeah, the builders started work on like damp proofing. So it turns out that they I said in the last video that they weren't going to dig up the floor, and to me and Ollie's surprise they very much did, and it looks quite shocking. I'll show you. So it doesn't look so bad in here, does it? So they've like dug up all the concrete, and then they're going to put like a waterproof membrane on the floor. Ow, shit. Oh my god, just went over on my ankle. Yeah, so this is currently the huge pile of rubble. So I really feel sorry for them, because they dig up in one room all the concrete and then pile it all in here, then put like a waterproof membrane down, and then move everything back into here, and then cover it in concrete, and then do the same in this room. But what is exciting is, you know, I said in my last video that this used to be a shop. It used to be a shop, like a confectionery shop and tobacconist. So they found loads of really cool stuff, like just under the floor, lots of enamel signs and lots of old bottles, old glass bottles and jars, some with stuff still in them. I started cleaning some of them out, and like honestly some of them were like black tar. I have no idea what was in them, but I started to get frightened that it was acid or something. But yeah, look how cool they are. These are just like some of the like odd ones that I haven't cleaned up. There's honestly so many of them. I'm not going to, I don't know what, we'll probably have to recycle some of them, I guess. But yeah, like they've all, some of them have still got the labels on. This one's quite a nice bottle. I can't see, can you see what that used to be? No. But yeah, that's quite exciting. They also found lots of old bike parts, because we did read online somewhere that someone used to park their bike in the side corridor, because this used to be like a bike shop, and or a bicycle repair shop maybe, and we found lots of proof of that, because there were lots of old tyres and bike parts under the floor as well. They obviously just like used under the floor as their tip. And it makes me laugh, because they're probably looking down on us from heaven, and laughing because we're getting so excited over their old trash that they didn't know what to do with, so just put under the floor. But I'll show you the enamel signs, because I've cleaned some of them up, and me and Ollie actually saw an enamel sign in a junk shop yesterday, and it was like 150 quid. So this one sign I think must be worth at least 50 quid, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll show you. They're lovely, they're so nice. So here are some. Sharp's Toffee. Old Holborn. Sussex Express, I guess, newspaper. Radio Times. I really like this one. I think we're going to put the sort of better nick ones up in our kitchen when it's done. This one is by far the best one. Nut brown tobacco for pipe or cigarette. Isn't that lovely? Considering that's been under concrete, that's pretty good condition, isn't it? And then I cleaned up some of these bottles, but aren't they lovely? Look at this little one. This one's still got stuff in it. Me and Ollie listened to a podcast on opium, and he got excited it might be opium, but I think it's just salt. Not that I'm opening it to find out. This one's really lovely, but I can't get that little bit of concrete off. Yeah, this was in the floor. Can you believe it? It looks very 1930s. This one's really lovely because it's got St. Leonard's written on it, which is the town over from Hastings. And then, yeah, this decanter with the lid still on it. That liquid we have not taken out, so God knows what it is. I think it's just water. These little brown bottles I think are really nice and would be really nice for like flowers and having little floral displays. And this glass jar wasn't on the floor. This is just for, this is my favourite one, I think, because it's still got the old cork. Isn't that lovely?
Who did you think was going to call you to account?
That I thought about the people in my life, so there is an element of being accountable to, like my boss, and I was a teacher, so students in my class. Little feeling with my parents as well, I should explain myself. A shopkeeper who I dealt with years ago. And they all kind of merged into one as one giant force of answer for yourself kind of thing.
It used to be thought that people with delusions could not use formal rules of logic. However, it turns out that most people can't use formal rules of logic. So what is known now about reasoning and delusions? I asked Professor Philippa Garrity at King's College, London.
This is how far I've got with this painting so far. I've just been doing like little bits in the evenings as Ollie's been taking Marcy for a couple of hours, but I'm quite pleased with the progress so far. Yeah, I only really have these leaves to do, and then I'm thinking about doing sort of a little tiny cobweb maybe, just to give a little spooky element to it. And I think it would look quite punchy on the black, and also like balance out this white maybe if there was a bit of white there. Ollie's just sanding the bathroom door. You can hear a horrible scraping noise. Yeah, it was quite funny yesterday that I was sitting in my studio painting, and Ollie had just got Marcy out of the bath and was getting her dressed, and he said, "Oh, look, Finn," and Marcy had like come around the corner and was crawling towards me, and I was like, oh my god, she's missed me, she's crawling towards me, hi baby, and like put my arms out towards her, and then she just crawled straight past me and went straight to Tova, who was sitting on the sofa, who was still sitting on the sofa. How do you feel that you've stolen my pride and joy? I love that Tova literally has not given Marcy any affection. She tolerates her, and yet she's Marcy's favourite, and like, I'm not gonna lie, my heart broke into 1,000 pieces. But it's quite funny. Oh yeah, and I've also had to put a bedroom sheet over our window. Glamorous, oh. Because of the goddamn winter light. It's so annoying, so much worse than in the summer. It's just that really low light that means you can't see what you're doing. Oh, this is another painting that I'm going to do after my Weasel, which I've drawn out, which I think is going to be so cute. It's a little otter peeping up to say hello in some water lilies. I think that's all I've got to update you on, really. Ollie and me are going to crack on with our bathroom, hopefully, the next couple of days, as my sister is coming to look after Marcy, because I am exceptionally paranoid now Marcy's crawling, that it's not very safe. So yeah, we're going to try and get it in a more sort of livable state, and I hopefully have found a chest of drawers on Facebook Marketplace that we're going to collect tomorrow as well, that I can put all the dangerous stuff away in, because she's just like literally in everything at the moment. Oh, and the only other thing is I gave Tova what can only be described as like the dog equivalent of the mum haircut of like the wonky fringe. Look how terrible it looks. Tova. Oh dear. She looks like just like the dragon in Neverending Story when she's got really short hair. She just looks so ugly. We need to grow this out a bit, don't we, darling? Yeah. Sorry about that. The mottos of this house are going to be, it's better than it was, and some polyfill. I think I'll have enough green paint for this.
I hope so.
It's like half a pot, isn't it?
It should be fancy.
This is the one thing about DIY. It creates such a frickin' tip. Oh God. I was up till 11 last night painting this bathroom floor, which has only got one coat on it, which is why it's really patchy, but oh my God. This bathroom is my Everest. I can't wait till all this crap is back in there and we can actually move. Hello. Let's take my sunglasses off. It is my birthday today. I am 32. I'm old as time. We are off to Lewes, which is a very pretty town near Brighton, to meet my mum and go for a mooch around the shops and have some lunch. So I just thought I'd bring my camera with me in case there's anything interesting that you might like to... God, sorry, it is beyond a tip in this house. Look at the towels everywhere. I can't wait to have a sort out once the bathroom's done. Aha, they're still here. I mean, I think they're very good value.
Which way can you go up? Straight up the road there?
Yeah. Thought I would show you some of the books I got for my birthday, as I feel like this is just a big pile of me. First up is something I actually bought myself by an artist called Pia Bramley, who I absolutely love. Her drawings are just so relatable, as someone who's just had a baby in the pandemic. So this is just a little book all about, yeah, having a baby in the pandemic, and they're just very honest, sweet little drawings and little sort of diary entries kind of to go with it. And I just love it so much. Yeah, I've got one or two of her prints that Ollie bought me for Mother's Day, and yeah, as soon as I saw this book, I just thought I have to have this. So that is just really lovely and something I will cherish. I just feel like it perfectly encapsulates what it's been like, yeah, having a baby in this very strange time, and I'm sure I'll look back at this and it will remind me of yeah, Marcy's first year. Second book that Ollie got me for my birthday is Strange Exits from Hastings, Volume 2. This is just so interesting. It's all about deaths in Hastings and kind of murders and just, yeah, strange, weird, kind of unexplained or bizarre exits. It's, yeah, just so interesting. Obviously, because we're from Hastings, well, we live in Hastings, so I recognise lots of the street names, and it's just really interesting finding out about the local area. So yeah, if you're a Hastings local, I very much recommend this book. But even if you're not, it's super interesting. Like, people have died falling off a world famous tightrope walker. Fell off and died in Hastings. Someone was mauled by a polar bear to death. It's so interesting. I can't tell you how interesting it's been. I read like a little snippet every night before I go to bed. This, my lovely friend Liv got for me, and I am obsessed with children's books and buying them for Marcy. Not that she's old enough to read them yet, but yeah, this she saw and thought of me as, we're those friends, those awful friends who send each other like hour-long voice notes just about everything and anything, and we often have kind of very deep conversations about grief and life and death, and this is kind of all about talking about existence to children, and then really beautiful illustrations to go with it, and it's just great and just so me. I love it. So yeah, this is the illustrator / author. So yeah, very much recommend this. This is a book that my mum got me, which she found in a shop in Lewes when we were there, and this is a book that I'm kind of annoyed about because it's just so good and I kind of wish I had done it. So they're all little illustrations of nests and then a description of what bird it is, and yeah, just little facts and information about the birds and the habitats. So yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And if you know my work, I paint quite a lot of nests, especially recently, and I collect them. I have collected them for about 12 years now. So yeah, it's just so gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, that's that. Also, yeah, look how pretty just the intro pages are. It's just lovely. And then the last one is a very dirty book. Marcy has already managed to get her grubby mitts all over my nice new things. Art, Flowers and Emotion, Bloom, by Rachel Giles. This book I saw in like a garden centre kind of thing, and it's all about different emotions and flowers in art, which again I just thought was a really interesting concept, and it's kind of a mixture between sort of still lives and modern art, which is very interesting to me. So yeah, I think it's a Tate book, so it must be the Tate collections. But yeah, it's just a really lovely and kind of like original. Oh God, this is my favourite artist ever, Marcel Ducharme. I just love his work so much. And then this lovely thing, isn't it wonderful, was a present from my mother-in-law, who has absolutely impeccable taste. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I guess, I don't know, I think it's just a decorative object. I don't think it was ever supposed to be a birdhouse. It would have to be quite a big bird, wouldn't it? And then that seems very unfair that it would be squashed in there. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet because it's quite big, but I'm obviously going to hang it up somewhere and maybe put a plant in it, surprise, surprise. But yeah, I absolutely love it.